Cork's Red FM.
Well, I think, to be honest, Cavan didn't play to their potential, and, I think we played reasonably well, and I think that was enough to get over the line, really, with them.
And it's good to bounce back from the Kerry game with an emphatic win like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it gets the spirits back up and gets it back into the, gets a kind of a taste back for it, and look, I think the weather contributed to it too, and, it didn't make it easy for Cavan coming down as well, especially with the long journey, and I suppose being at home as well was a big advantage for us, and it definitely was worth 3 or 4 points to us, and we kind of drove on from there, really,
Yeah, the conditions were atrocious. Was that the worst conditions you've played in?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that was probably one of the worst conditions I've ever played in. But look, all we could do was just try and keep the head, and just keep playing football and keep it simple. And thankfully enough, we just got the kind of good early scores, and I don't think Cavan played to their full potential at all, and I think they know that themselves, and it kind of made it all that more easier for us,
How much did the Kerry defeat hurt, Michael?
I suppose it was disappointing not to win, but at the end of the day, Kerry are a good side too, and thankfully we have the back door, so we weren't out, so we just knew that we've a long route to go now, and we just had to move on,
You've Wexford now in the qualifiers this weekend. A handy side as proved by their win over Galway.
Yeah, definitely. They're a good side. We played them last year down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh in the league, and although we beat them quite well in the day, they were a very tricky team to get over, and they were in All-Ireland semi-final there 2 years ago against Tyrone, and if things went their way in the day, that day they actually could have beaten Tyrone. So they're not going to be easy at all, and I suppose, as I said earlier there, home advantage is a big thing. It's worth at least 3 or 4 points to it, and they had good forwards there, and Matty Ford and PJ Vanville and Conor Ling, so it's going to be a tough test. It's going to be very tight.
Were you surprised they beat Galway over the weekend?
No, not at all. To be honest, as I said, they were not in the semi-final there 2 years ago. They've international rules players there. They've all-star players, so they're a good side, and certainly they'll be at home now the next day, and they're going to be up for it big time.
Would you rather have had another week off, or are you happy to have 2 games in the space for a week?
Well, maybe if the game was a bit tougher the last day, if it was closer and more of a contest, I think a week off would have been more beneficial. But considering the game was really, being honest, probably over after 40 minutes, it was I think the game is coming at the right time for us.
How happy have you been with your own performances this season, Michael?
Yeah, reasonably happy. I've been kind of shifted around the place, but it's tough going. You just have to keep the head and keep your wits about you.
Last year you defeated Kerry in the Munster final and lost them in the All-Ireland final. This year you've lost them in the Munster series. Does that mean you're going to go on and beat them in the All-Ireland final this year?
Well, I suppose we won't get ahead of ourselves at all. At the end of the day, we're going to play Wexford in their own back garden, so we're not looking past that at all. Just hopefully we can get over this and we can maybe think further down the line then, but this Saturday or Sunday is going to be an All-Ireland final really for us,
Cork's Red FM.